Hello and welcome to the Jimbo Fisher Show. Tom Block along with Coach Fisher. And Coach, it wasn't easy. It never is in Raleigh, but congratulations. You get the victory over a Wolfpack team that put up quite a fight.
They really did. They always do. They've got good players. They got another great quarterback like they've had some Russell Wilson, Glennon, all those guys. Got skilled players do a good job defensively. They got pass rushers, got some good secondary guys, linebackers. They always have a good team. It's a tough place to play. They're very competitive, and they had 2 or 3 weeks to prepare for us. They were sitting waiting, did a lot of things we hadn't seen. We made adjustments as the game on defense. Did a heck of a job after the first quarter, making a lot of adjustments to those things. And doing now, we got to tackle better, keep better leverage there. Offense, we kept responding. What I was proud of, though, we responded. They would get ahead, we just didn't blink. We'd respond back. Special teams, we got a lot better, but there's still a lot of improvement for our team. But very proud of the way they competed.
Well, and it's been a recurring theme here that your team has been able to overcome some adversity, and that's a couple weeks in a row, and a big-time adversity, and your team responded.
It really did. I mean, just the ability to get off the mat and believe they're going to win. But like I say, now we understand we're going to get everybody's best shot, but also people are going to game plan for you. They had a couple weeks of doing some things with some opponents that didn't force them to show their hand. They did a lot of things differently. Great coaching by them, and you know that as a staff. And you have to make those adjustments, and we were able to do that. But that's going to be the norm. That's going to be our norm. We just need to play better early and try to eliminate some of those things early. Got to take care of the football better, though. That was the key. 4 turnovers. To win a game on the road up there with 4 turnovers is really amazing.
In conference, you'll take it. Awful lot of highlights when you score 56 points. We will get to those highlights when we come back. Stay with us. We're just getting started here on the Jimbo Fisher Show. Welcome back to the Jimbo Fisher Show. Tom Block and Coach Fisher. And Coach, you come off an emotional win against Clemson, and right away you got to turn the page and get them focused as you go on the road in the ACC. So I know that was maybe mission number 1 for you this week.
It definitely is a true road game. First one, because even though we went to Dallas, it was you're in their territory, but it was still a 50-50 crowd. And this was very tough. It's always a tough place to play. You sit down that field's sitting on top of you. They've had success against us, and beautiful day to play. And we started off. With great effort here. Roberto gets overexcited, overkicks one, got lucky and got a good bounce, but they take that first drive. Now, this play here, we run this and play. PJ just blew a cover. He's got him man-to-man and looked inside, and then here we got an unblocked linebacker, free at the quarterback, don't make the play. And then they run a double move, and usually that's a sack, but we didn't get the play. Missed tackles was the name of the game for us on defense for the day. We missed way too many tackles. All right, now great return here by Bobo Wilson. Boy, you talk about had a heck of a game. Had a 100-yard receiving day, 2 touchdowns, and a great kickoff return here to help set up the first score. And very important here to go match their momentum when they got the momentum here that scoring the first drive. Great third check here by Jameis. Get the ball out to Carlos. Look, grabbing our center right there should have been a penalty. That became a theme all day. That they should have been called for all day. We got some running game going, mixed it up there. Carlos had a 100-yard day, 3 touchdowns on the day. Jameis stayed hot for most of the day. Had a couple mistakes, but played very sharp. Here he makes a nice throw to Pops over here. Christian Green makes a nice catch on the first drive. We're moving the football. Get a little swing route back out here to Carlos. The smart play by 8, not to get a clip right there. He got a good block as much as he could. We got moving the ball down the field. And then here we call a nice corner route, and they had called timeout. I guess they got a timeout call right before that. We had to come back on 3rd down now and pick it back up the other side. And great play by Bobo. Wide open route, good mesh. The guys picked each other out as far as how they come off each other and confuse the defense. Great route, great read. Now, here's what they did. They moved this pocket and did some different protections and bought some time for Jacoby, and then he was able to scramble and make plays and was very sharp. This was something totally new that they had done, and a lot of their first quarter and a half was totally new things that we had never seen. And the defense tried, they made some adjustments as the game went on. Charles did a great job adjusting. But poor tackling. There's no excuse for missed tackles, and we had a bunch of them. Especially at linebacker, way too many in that department. Had a couple in the secondary corner that, leaving guys here. That's a linebacker, Reggie Northrup's guy. Got to make that play. Turn some guys loose, getting lined up, not covering the right guy. And here they get the Wildcat, get the ball in the end zone, and they're hot now. It's 14-7, and we come right out and turn it over the very first play. Get beat on the block inside. Jamie gets hit in the back as he's making a throw right here. Good play action. We have pressure on both corners and got pressure inside and hitting it as you're throwing it. And had a guy coming open, and they get the turnover. Now that's you got to match. Now we're down 14-7, and now great play on the screen right here. Jacoby does a good job of getting the ball out of his hand, throwing it away. Here they go again, find a crossing route, knock it down. We do a good job here of holding to a field goal, which is tremendous by our defense not to give up a touchdown. The offense, we'd turned it over, and defense did a great job of holding right there. We get the ball back. Though right here, I thought we got to make that play. We're one-on-one, got to catch the ball. They're holding on to you a little bit, but hey, that's physical play. You got to step up there and make that throw and catch. And you got beat here. Bobby Hart gets beat off the edge early. We had a lot of protection issues early in the game. We were getting beat individually. Kaysen had a solid day, 39-yard average. They never got any returns. His ball placement was great. His kicks, he needed to get a little better, but was not as good as the week before. Here we're losing. They do a throwback screen, man coverage. Linebacker turns it loose, and we got to make that. Great hustle by Nate Andrews, trying to knock the guy out of bounds, trying to make some red zone stand here. They get it naked again. Linebacker misses the boot coming back. Got to make that play. Eye discipline, eye violation. Scramble. I mean, this is. I mean, we got two. I think we missed 6 sacks on the day. We had a chance to make 6 different sacks, and didn't make them on the day. Give credit to Jacoby. He's big. He's strong. He kept making plays. But I'll tell you what. Down 24-7. We just kept coming back. Offensively, kept our poise. Bobo Wilson here, great route on the dig route. Gets a 39-yard gain. We're moving the ball. Get a little K-pass, or a little option route here by 80 underneath. And, of course, he's so dangerous when he gets the ball in his hands, yards after catch. And big third down conversion. We were great on that. I think 8 of 11 on the day, 6 of 6 in the red zone. On offense for touchdowns, so great in that area, and we had to. But here, great third down conversion again. Actually could have thrown that ball on the flat and might have got a bigger play. A good run right here by Carlos. Great block by Freddie Stevenson. The offensive line did a much better job in the run blocking game. I'll tell you who really played good up front was Austin Barron. Austin Barron played one heck of a football game up front. And nice kick. Now here's where we started taking over. Getting that kick, hanging it over 4-2 in the corner, getting them tackled on inside the 20-yard line, started dominating field position. And they got a clip on that one. We move them back. We're starting to stop on the run. There's Desmond Holland making a play. Eddie Goldman in there. E.J. Levenberry making some plays. Blitz pressure here. Almost, boy, lucky they didn't get a turnover right there. And Reggie ended up coming in, but Derek Mitchell and them guys getting pressure. They have to punt out of their end zone. We get a great return. Get the ball down the 22-yard line. 80 makes a great return right here. We missed one block, but we could maybe score it on this one. But we get the ball to 22 in the first play. We get to throw the ball to Christian Green. He gets his first college touchdown. This was actually the third choice on the route. We had some stuff inside we were trying to work, but the one-on-one was outside. Great throw and catch by Jameis and Christian Green, his first college touchdown. I'm very happy for him. He's doing a great job. So it's back to 24-21. Now, good job of keeping the edge and pressure. They're trying to throw a throwback screen. Good job by Chris Casher. Great coverage right there. Jalen Ramsey, Tyler Hunter getting over the top. Again, they're breaking contain. Good job. Now, but we got to make that play. Darby, he had help over the top. He didn't need to drop back. He could have set on that route a little more and made it. Here's a quick screen. We got to make this tackle in space, Reggie. I mean, that's just that simple. We got leverage, him and 29 on the ball, and Reggie got the inside out, and he just missed the play. Great job here. Jalen Ramsey on the edge, making some progress there. Good job, Tyler Hunter. Tyler Hunter really tackled well on the day. That's one of the guys that did tackle well. Here in the flat route, good job, Terrence Smith, who got banged up on the first series. Terrence was banged and played in a lot of pain that game. Here's a backside scissors route, we call it, scissors run. And Bobo got to get out. I mean, should have kept running off. He wouldn't have got ran over. But nice run by Carlos. Got to come and change in field position, get a nice play action right here. Come down to Kerman on a little over route, makes a guy miss, gets some more yak yards. We'd have gotten a rhythm on offense. Now, we end up losing this. We end up missing a side adjustment here. A run read right here. We miss a block by the right guard and center. And could have helped him a little bit in the inside guards. If they get average, we had to punt the ball, miss a side adjust on the next play. Great job by Jalen Ramsey setting the edge of the defense, tackling well. Jalen's on the verge of really becoming, if he'll just hone it down just a little bit and get under control of some of his tackles, of really being one heck of a football player. Terrence Smith, good play. But Desmond, we got to get that guy on the ground on third down. We give up a 3rd and 5, had him pinned up. Another screen, again, same miss by Reggie. He's right there to make the play, just not making the tackle. He's a yard away. We got to make that tackle. And that was, like I said, we kept missing a lot of tackles. Not stepping on their toes, not hitting on the rise, not wrapping our arms. Great job of keeping leverage here. And got them down. And started changing the momentum of the game. You got to remember, they scored 24 in the first quarter. Then the game ended up 49. Now, Rashad had 2 big mistakes on special teams. He waved a fair catch and returned it and got a penalty. And then he humbles one later on, which is critical. Now, this is a big third down because they hold us there. They may get a field goal. Big throw right there by Jameis and 80 getting off the goal line. Now here we got to be a near leg, near shoulder. 80's got to be more physical on the route and gets bumped out, and he's got to give us some room. Now on third down right here, we had a play going down the middle. It's going to possibly be a touchdown. Right tackle, Bobby gets beat. And like I say, we had issues inside the first half with protection. We just had to get that ball out. All we had to do, we weren't worried about depth right here. Just get it off quick. Great coverage. Now they got 4 seconds for the half, and we give up it. And if they want to scramble, great, and we'll go tackle them and get it on the ground. And it's all the things that happened. They jumped out 24-7. It's 24-21. We got the ball coming out second half. We didn't play our best, but we also took their shot and withstood it. Coming back out with the ball, we felt very confident. Coming in half, we just make some adjustments and be able to move the ball and stop them on defense.
Yeah, different the way it played out, but still a one-score game just like the week prior. So.
Exactly right. And we got down 24-17, and again, in a tough environment. But proud of our kids. They didn't flinch now. We kept answering the bell. Like I say, I was pointing out a lot of mistakes on that film, but there was a lot of good things. We were moving the football. They never scored another point the second quarter. And the defense, bent a couple times and then made tackles. We started tackling better, started rallying to the ball. And, it's a heck of a football game. Always is when you go to Carter Finley.
Yeah, no question about that. We know that well. A lot of big plays to look back on at the first half, but the biggest one, this is presented by Naples and Infinity in your mind, was the initial touchdown that goes to Bobo Wilson.
Yeah, because I thought we got a bad penalty call on the run that we were down there ready to tie the game up and match their momentum when we were 7-0. We hit a 3rd and 20. Jameis and Bobo hit a little corner route down there, and a switch route. Their defenders got confused on who took who, and we screwed one in the corner and got him open and just matched their momentum to answer it back 7-7, get your feet on the ground, even though they come back and got more. But it was important that first drive. And our kids then knew if we do what we're supposed to do and execute, we can move the ball in the day.
Halftime, 24-21, NC State, Florida State in a dogfight, but as Jimbo pointed out, the Noles right there in it. We'll get to the second half highlights, much more straight ahead, so stay with us here on the Jimbo Fisher Show.
Championship season in review presented by Hyundai, proud supporter of college football and loyal fans everywhere.
Turn it loose every play, win the quarter, then the end will take care of itself. I expect our best today. Be elite. You want to be elite? You want to be there? You said it. Let's go do it. Have fun doing it. Love, trust, and believe in each other. Get your buddy into this roll now. Come on.
Play action fake. Sold by Redding. Rolling right. Looks back the other way. Got a receiver in the area. It is caught. Inbounds. Yes, touchdown Boston College. Touchdown Boston College Eagles. Here's the kick. It is long enough, and it is good. And Roberto Aguayo continues to be perfect on the season. Florida State digging in. I formation. Play action fake. Redding throws the ball to the right side. It is caught at the 5-yard. Missed tackle. Touchdown, Boston College. Boston College with another touchdown. 2 in the first quarter. Left, including a fullback and a tight end. Now Chad Abram goes in motion to the right side of the formation. Here's the snap. Winston, a 5-7 step drop. Looks upfield. Throws the ball down. Got a receiver. Wide open. Rashad Green to the 15. 10-5. Touchdown FSU. Rashad Green wide open on a post route. And Winston saw him, and he threw a perfect strike. And for the 5th game in a row, Rashad Green has scored a touchdown. I formation. Here's the snap. Play action fake sold nicely by Winston. Goes a pass in the corner. Caught by Abram. He hangs on. Dances into the end zone. We are 1 point away from tying the game. And here's the snap. Just beat the clock. Final play of the first half. Barring a piddle. Winston under trouble. He breaks out of a pocket. Looks downfield. Throws it downfield. Far downfield. Oh, it's caught. It's caught. Yeah! Down. Florida State makes the catch with a defender on him on the final play of the half. What a throw by Winston. Almost sacked twice. And he fought through the sack. Reared back and threw a 98-mile-an-hour fastball. We lead 24-20. Shotgun set. Winston to throw. Looks to his right. Fires underneath. It is caught by Rashad Green. Touchdown FSU. What a great grab by Green. Wow. And Winston hits him on the run just before he stepped out of bounds in the right corner of the end zone. From a half foot away. Handoff. Carlos Williams into the line of scrimmage. He goes. Did he get it in? He did. Touchdown FSU. Redding rolling to his left now, wanting to throw back against the rain. Throws down. They're going to wide open Trey. Well, he made the catch. He'll go to the 10-5. Touchdown Boston College. They're back in the ball game now. It's 38-26. 14.25 minutes to go. Fourth quarter just underway. Roberto Aguayo out of the hole of Case and Beatty. Good snap, good hole, kick airborne, and it is good. Here's the snap. Dropping is Redding, gets the pass away. It is intercepted. Picked off by the Noles with the football. It is P.J. Williams. Gets a block. Left side. Touchdown official. P.J. Williams. Defensive Jim. Noles lead by 3 touchdowns. P.J. Williams, first career interception. The Noles have scored now back-to-back weeks. A pick 6. Rolling to his right, Redding on first down. Redding getting ready to throw the ball. Throws back against the rim. Wide open receiver at the 5. Touchdown, Boston College. My goodness, C.J. Parsons, the second time today, Parsons has been wide open. Well, that's the final play of the ball game. No more time left. Noles win by 14. 48-34. Noles are 4-0, 2-0 in league play.
You battled, and I'm going to tell you what, good teams survive days like this. You'll have a day you ain't at your best. I'll tell you, you get measured by those days. I'm proud of the way you overcame. I'm proud of the way you got things done.
Championship season in review presented by Hyundai, proud supporter of college football and loyal fans everywhere.
Welcome back to the Jimbo Fisher Show. Tom Blott and Coach Fisher. Coach, down just a field goal at the half. You get the ball coming out, and obviously it's worked out pretty well this year. You've had the ball, it seems like, just about every game coming out to start the second half.
We did, and unfortunately we turned it over this time. We get a penalty on the first play, get good field position, and get pressure, and then force a route, and have a critical turnover. And, again, lose the momentum of the daggone game. They had a great kick. Their guy kicked it out very well, and we get play action here. Again, Cam gives up pressure. Jameis needs to throw the ball away. Nick tries to hit Nick, throws it behind him. Nick tips it, getting the pick. I mean, they were doing a good job of collision and Nick off the line of scrimmage, not letting him out. Now, they're losing it. I mean, that's ridiculous by PJ. You got to step up, hit the guy in the mouth. And we don't tackle at the ankles. We step on their toes, hit them on the rise. We've never done that, never taught that, and we got to get it fixed. Great play by him. We got him wrapped up, Derek Mitchell. That's just a great individual play. There's nothing you can do about that. Guys had him wrapped up. And they got pressure. We're scrambling. Got a chance for another sack right there. Lose contained, missed tackle. Backside again. Tyler Hunter tackled well on the day. Made some really good tackles. And guys coming off right here. Interference it was. Good call. That was a really good call. He had him hooked on it with the arm. PJ, you got to move your feet a little better. And then they an angle route. We were missed the line. Got a safety. We need to be over in the backer position, sitting right there, and got lined up wrong. Here, now we come out second half. Got a little 2 screens set up on each side. We get the ball. They leave 80 over there, and we get it blocked. And great job by him, get another 12, 15 yards to get a nice little play action here. Now this is the play. Carlos got to set this block up better. He's got to set for the tackle. The tackle's got to throw. That ball had a chance to come out there for a big, big play. We got 5. Now we hit another little slant route. We keep cutting them up front, slowing the pass rush down. And good job right there. I believe that was Bobo catching the ball. Had a 100-yard day and 2 touchdowns. Here's a nice little screen package. We got to 80 coming across the field, getting in his hands again. And like I say, he's always dangerous. Another 12, 15, 18-yard pickup. I can't tell how many. But now we start mixing the run in. Carlos, great job cutting back, getting physical. We're blocking up front. Again, I thought Austin Barron had a great day. You see him right here. Again, great run by Dalvin Cook. Run a little toss sweep, the old G sweep. That's the one Amp Lee and them used to run back in the day. It's the same package. And ones I grew up in playing in that offense. And Dalvin made a great cut, got north-south. Trey Jackson, great block. Nick O'Leary, great blocking all night on the edge right there. Nick blocked extremely well. Again, now we're back on the 12-yard line. We're down to 3 again. Great job right here. Look at Lorenzo Featherston. I'm going to tell you what now. You talk about those 2 young ends. He and Jacob Pugh come in and giving us a lift. Those guys are going to be really good players. They're going to play a lot of football the rest of this year. Again, now Pugh on the other side, forcing the naked with his length, making the throw high. But those 2 had great job of forcing them. We're going to have a chance to go back ahead, and then of all daggone guys that dropped the ball, number 80. He was going to make a guy miss, and he just took his eyes off of it. And now missed tackle by Nate Andrews right here. I mean, one-on-one. You can't put a guy in a better position. You got to step on his toes. And again, we practice tackling every day. We start practice. We're going to do it for 2 periods instead of 1 now. We're going to keep tackling better and better in practice. Again, now they go in and score, but now here we go right back. Got a little whip route out here with a check down for Jameis coming out. 80 gets the ball. We're moving down the field. Get a little play action. Now we get the screen game. Boy, you talk about now. This guy right here, Travis Rudolph's about ready to come out. This guy is fixing you see the ability he had. Or he and Erman Lane are going to be really good players. They're going to play a lot of football from here on out. Those guys are starting to really emerge. Again, now this is a 3rd read. We had scored on this route to Bobo. He was in the slot the other way. We put him on the backside this time, and they overran the coverage and played one-on-one backside. Jameis read it, come all the way back to this route. And it was the backside of the first route he threw the touchdown on. Great job by him, great read. Look at here, big play of the game, Lorenzo Featherston. 7'3" wingspan and can run and close off the edge, knocked that ball out of his hand. Jacob Pugh picks it up. Those two freshmen come in, did a heck of a job, ignited us on defense. Those two guys can close in space. Nice play action here, get the backers to suck up, get one-on-one with Rashad Green, and we usually win those battles. Great throw and catch by Rashad and James. Great job up front blocking. The second half, that offensive line, we ran that football, we protected Jameis, and we moved the ball up and down the field. The mistakes were, again, Lorenzo Featherston, how quick for a big guy, he can close and explode. Guys, this guy's going to be a special player, he and Jacob Pugh. Again here, watch him here, getting the edge, Desmond Holland. Great job, good coverage right there, Jalen Ramsey. Guys all making play, or excuse me, that was Tyler Hunter. Again, they're trying to dig route, overthrow it. We're getting pressure now, we're getting him out of rhythm. We're affecting him in a negative way. Now we get the running game. Great cutback run here by Dalvin Cook. And boy, I was waiting to see him take off, and he did. He made a big run, but he just got a little tight in his hammy right there and felt something. But yeah, good 30, 40-yard run coming off the goal line. We'll get play action right here. All right, this is a rub route we did that we create a bunch route and run a three-man combination. James checks it to his third read. We get the ball down, score, and go back ahead here. Now we're up 2 scores. Now we're up 49-38, and really taking control of the game, playing well up front, running and throwing the football. That's Florida State offense. Great kick right here. Now, we got lucky there. Lucky didn't let it go out. It's the only really bad kick Roberto had in the day, but we covered well, got him at the 6. Now, unfortunately, we missed a tackle again. Inside, I mean, we've got to make those tackles. Now is where you got to put your foot on him and hold him again and then put the game away. Again, look at who's pressuring. But again, right there, PJ. Step on the guy's toes, make the tackle. Missed tackles. 3rd and 1. 4th and 1. We got him in the backfield. Got to make the play. PJ's got to make that, and DeMarcus got to make that. Great tackle. That's how you tackle right there by Tyler Hunter. Square him up, put your face in the middle, hit on the rise, and grab your arm. Again, Reggie Northup, missed tackle. Got a horn. Again, Tyler Hunter squaring the guy up, making a tackle. Very good job. Pressure right here, Jalen Ramsey coming off that edge. He is learning to be a blitzer. He missed some plays in this game. He missed a couple sacks, but then he's continuing to learn, though, how to do that and turn that corner. And that guy hit that football, making it. Giorgio Newberry gets a big recovery. Then we come out. Now, this is a critical mistake right here by James. We should have worked the other side of the field. It's a route he knew when he came off, and we had it on the other side for a big gain. And just a very uncharacteristic mistake by James. But like I say, everybody makes mistakes. Defense did a great job again. Red zone defense. They get a pick call here, which it was. They bumped the guy and blocked him. Of holding these guys to a field goal and keeping it an 8-point game and not letting them get in the end zone. Tremendous job by our defense. Offensively, we got to learn to put guys away. I like to see Jalen wrap up there. He's trying to knock a guy loose. Good job by Terrence Smith. Again, there's Jalen on the blitz, but see, he's got to make that. That's a chance he had to make that play in the backfield. I mean, he's coming. We got to make that tackle. Again, now Jacoby, they lost him for a play there. I couldn't tell what happened. I was on the sideline there. Again, coming off the edge, Tyler Hunter, we get the throw. PJ covers well. Then they got to go to a 4th down, so they got to kick it. And them not scoring a touchdown there was critical.
Well, and it sets up, something your team has done well, and that's finish when you need to.
Big 3rd down conversion here, 3rd and 10. Bobo Wilson coming across, breaks a route off, snaps it off. Jameis, good thing. Now, right here, Cook's got to be in the flat. He doesn't need to block there. He needs to be the outlet, dump it in the flat, and we can run. But they got a good play right there. Now they get back to another 3rd and 11. They go man to cover them all, and when they did, they lost their rush lanes. And don't forget, this guy right here can run a little bit too. This guy right here can run a little bit too. And Jameis always bouncing back, making a huge play when we need it. Now we got to play slow, eat the clock, keep the ball down if we get in field goal range, but we pop a run right off the bat. That's great by Carlos. I mean, we get the ball now. That's play slow. I didn't care if we scored here. If we got a 1st down, they had no timeouts, we could have took a knee, and that way they don't touch it. Again, but Carlos popped it and scored, and we got up. We had to take the score. And then if we'd have done that, we could do, and then no way they'd ever touched it again and scored an onside. But we did a great job here milking the clock with these guys tackling in space. Terrence got to get this guy on the ground. And watch Jacob Pugh here. Playing, you're talking about a 245-pound guy. Snatching the guy, strong, big, athletic. Boy, he's a good player. Flat route. Now here, he's got to stick it, and they didn't realize where the sticks were. Critical mistake by them. Great tackle by Darby. They're a yard short. We get it and go into victory formation. Best formation in football. But, very proud of the way we bounced back in the second half. Scored a lot of points. The defense really held those guys to some points. And the points they did get was off a turnover, too, from a drop punt and an interception. So 10 of those you can equate to turnovers. So defense really did play well in the second half. Charlie and the staff made great adjustments at halftime. to the new things that NC State had put in, and we were able to control the run. We got Jacoby on the ground, by those ends were able to contain things, and very proud. And offensively, every time we got down 11 points, we'd answer up and kept pressure, just kept pressure. You know, and it's frustrating for another team sometimes to play that well and think, you know, we got them, and then, man, they're still there. They're still there. And we just kept coming, and finally we overcame it and broke through and were able to get the victory.
A lot of big plays in this second half, too,
Yes.
presented by Xfinity. But you talked about those freshman defensive ends.
Wow.
One starts it, the other finishes it. The Featherston forces the fumble, and Pugh picks it up.
He does. What those guys can do for big, that one, like I say, Featherston's 6'7", got a 7'3" wingspan, but he's quick. He's also very strong and violent. Jacob's 6'4", 245, but both of them can accelerate and close that space. And then their arms are so long, you don't realize they get their hands on balls or get you tackled. And Lorenzo was able to knock the ball out, and then Pugh was able to reach down with those long arms and big hands and pick that ball up. It was a critical fumble recovery, and that was the first time we took the lead in the ballgame. We forced them into mistakes, and Jalen got the one late. But, you know, great job by those two guys igniting us. And like I say, that freshman class, you don't ever know. Those guys are all needed. There's a lot of football left, and very excited to see where they're going to go.
It was exciting to see how they play this week, and no question, 56-41, the final. Florida State goes to 2-0 in the ACC, 4-0 on the season. Next up, another home game as we'll come back to Doak Campbell Stadium and take on Wake Forest. We'll talk about the Demon Deacons when we come back on the Jimbo Fisher Show. Stay with us.
Inside the Helmet is presented by Nissan.
I'm Jalen Ramsey. I'm a sophomore. I'm from Nashville, Tennessee. I play defensive back.
Won't be back, and now there's a little confusion. And in the backfield, here's a sack by the corner. Jalen Ramsey came up with a can blitz and got him in the backfield.
Yeah, I loved basketball when I was younger. For a while, people thought I would be better at basketball than I was at football. And then I really got into track. Started doing AAU track, travel track. And I still do track now. So that track kind of took over basketball. So it just became football, main thing, and then track. Very difficult. Takes up all the time. Because you don't really get an off season where you can just, kind of really focus in on just school or something. You're always focusing on two things, school and that sport you're in. You don't really have a lot of social time. You're always gone, traveling for one of those teams. But that's what I want to do, so. As a student, my parents put me in a really good high school, private school, Christian school, so I was prepared school-wise. I really knew how to manage my time in school and get my assignments done. Football, it was an adjustment, but with the help of all the seniors last year and the older guys, it was smooth for me. This year is really good. I think there's great leaders of the senior classes, even juniors and even younger than that, like redshirt sophomores and things like Jamison. All of them, they're even leaders because they're older, and they've been here. They went through the process of having to sit out a year and then playing last year, winning the championship. And then Shad, he's been here all 4 years. He's a big senior. Of course, everybody's gonna listen to what he has to say. He's went through all the experiences, and that's how you learn from the older guys, and you gotta take their wisdom. So, other than pursuing my dream of football, yeah, I think it was being a fireman. My dad's a fireman, so I looked up to him all my life. So that was why I wanted to be a fireman. And then if it wasn't a fireman, I wanted to be a policeman. I don't know. I just wanted to be in one of those forces. Honda Accord. That was the first car my dad. We've been saving up for a long time. When I turned 16, and I actually couldn't drive right when I was 16. I just came off knee surgery, so I had to wait until I got my knee rehab and everything. And then my dad started practicing with me in a GMC truck that he had, an old little black truck. We started practicing in that truck, and then in a Suburban. He wanted me to have a little truck and then a big Suburban. And then one day I came home from school and he had the Honda out there, and I was like, okay. And the next day I just started driving it with him, you know, in the passenger seat, and that was my car. So. Very first time I walked out of Doak Campbell, we were playing Nevada. I was feeling pretty good. That was a week after I got my first college interception at Pittsburgh. I was starting again that week, which I didn't know if I would be or not. You know, PJ was coming back. I was feeling really good, but I didn't know it was going to be that loud. All the fans were out there. That atmosphere, I had never experienced any atmosphere like that playing football. I felt so good, but for me, I feed off of all that. I feed off the crowd's energy, and when they get loud, I just get more, you know, pumped up and ready to go. I don't know. I was speechless. I guess I was in disbelief still. Because I remember I was on the field. We were way back. The safeties, like me and T. Brooks, and I think it was even PJ. We were way back, maybe like 40 yards. And just running up to make sure, you know, they had that nice wall set up. We were just running up to make sure that if he broke, we would make the tackle. And then when Telvin made that, or Joyner made that tackle, and then Telvin recovered the fumble or whatever, and everybody started storming the field, screaming and yelling, we just started doing the same thing. And I don't know, it was just excitement. We were all, I don't know, I was speechless.
Inside the Helmet is presented by Nissan. Our look ahead is presented by Farm Bureau Insurance. Register at knowlescontest.com for a chance to be the official photographer of the game.
Welcome back, Coach. I know you're happy to be back at home, especially after going to Raleigh. Congratulations on getting a win there. It is never easy, but Doak Campbell Stadium will be loud and proud again as Wake Forest comes to town this week.
It really will, and the Wake has always done a great job. They're playing really good defense, offense. They're a West Coast style team. They're always going to be disciplined, be what they're supposed to be. Wake is always bad. Now, we've played well up there last year and created a ton of turnovers. But defensively, they did a really nice job on us. So, we got to continue to get better in all phases. We got our offense, defense, special teams, and learn to start the game fast and then finish the way we start.
Well, you look at these last 2 weeks, and as you mentioned earlier, you pointed out a lot of things that you need to get fixed when you look at the tape, but there's a lot of things to build on there, too. And this week, I think you have to be really pleased with the way the offensive line in the second half in particular started to come together.
We really did. Took control. Were able to run, pass pro, communicated well, got Florida State offense, run and pass and be able to balance things up. And then the defensive adjustments we were able to make. And those young guys making the adjustments they did there. So we were able to control the line of scrimmage there. Again, we got to work on our tackling. But, offensively we did some really nice things. Got to take care of a couple of just turnovers. We had a couple turnovers uncharacteristic, got ball knocked out, and a couple balls that we forced by Jamison, a punt that we got to get that worked out. But, still a lot of young guys. Those young receivers are coming on. The young backs are coming on. Very proud of where we're going.
things looking good for Florida State, 4-0 as they will get Wake Forest this week. 3:30 kickoff at Doak Campbell Stadium. Stay with us. There's still more ahead on the Jimbo Fisher Show.
Our look ahead is presented by Farm Bureau Insurance. Register at knowlescontest.com for a chance to be the official photographer of the game.
Welcome back. We're discussing a Texas favorite today, chicken fried steak. Dustin Hopkins' favorite. Any player from Texas loves chicken fried steak, but we've made it healthy as always. The big thing you're using here today is whole wheat flour.
Correct. So we're making it a little lighter, adding, of course, some fiber, and then we're going to make the country gravy a little lighter as well. We're going to add some half and half rather than some cream to it. So we start off with some thinly pounded steaks. You can pound it as thin as you like. I know you said you like the steak to be paper thin. Some of the people like it to be a little thicker. So then we're just going to go ahead and dredge it in flour. And you can, if you don't like just whole wheat flour, you can add some all-purpose flour to it. Then you're just gonna shake it off. And then we're gonna go ahead and dip it in some half and half. And this is what helps the country fried steak happen. It's gonna add that thicker breading that reminds everybody of what their good old favorite is.
This is one of those meals that can really be a heart attack waiting to happen if you do it the wrong way. But you doing with this, I mean, almost like we did with Wiener Schnitzel a couple weeks ago. It was, you add the extra layer of almost an extra layer of flavor, and it's still just as healthy.
Yeah. So I already have some oil hot in my pan, and we don't deep fry this in a fryer. You always could, but we're trying to keep it a little lighter. So we just have a thin layer of oil, and then we're going to go ahead and add each one of our steaks in, and they take about 2 to 3 minutes on each side to be cooked through. So we're just going to let these go, and then once they're all done, we're going to go ahead and plate it up, and I'll show you how to make our country gravy.
Oh, that sounds great.
Okay, so once they're browned on both sides, we're going to go ahead and take them out of our pan, and we're going to set them on our plate so they can be coated with our gravy. Then we're going to go ahead and add to the oil some of our whole wheat flour.
Get that nice roux started.
Right. So you're just going to mix it until the flour and the oil come together and look like a wet sand. And then you're going to cook it for a few minutes until the flour taste has cooked out. And now we're going to add our half and half. When we add our half and half, it cuts the calories and adds a good amount of flavor.
Yeah, the good old Southern way to do it is just good old-fashioned cream, and that can load that gravy up.
Right. And by using less oil and doing this in our pan, we're going to get all the little bits from the steak to add a good amount of flavor without having to add any more fat. So we're just going to whisk this together, and when it's finished, it's going to come nice and brown country gravy looking, and then we're going to just go ahead and pour a little bit over our steaks. And I know you can't wait to try this.
Oh man, you are not kidding.
Okay, why don't you dig in and tell me what you think?
So really using the wheat really takes down. I mean, you would say almost, I don't want to say half the calories, but you're really saving a lot by using that.
Yeah, and by not putting it in a deep fryer and just doing it with a little bit of oil in your pan, it's really going to help you save calories there too.
Dustin, this is for you, buddy. I know this is his favorite.
Yeah.
That was outstanding. The texture of the gravy itself is actually heavier. So
Yeah.
you're almost getting almost more bang for your buck in that one.
Yeah.
It's still tender, still great. It still tastes great. It's nutritious. You're saving stuff. That's always a win-win situation for everybody. Make sure you come back next week. And as always, if you want this recipe or any other great recipes that Chef Joyce has come up with, go ahead and visit Seminoles.com right now.
Welcome back to the Jimbo Fisher Show. Tom Block and Coach Fisher. Coach, you mentioned it defensively. The theme was missed tackles, and I think what you said is you're going to work on it 2 periods, not just one. I know you like to thud in practice. I mean, do you consider wrapping up, or what do you have to do?
They'll do on scout team work. They'll make tackle and go to the ground, but you say you work on it 2 periods, and we emphasize it. You know what I'm saying? But specific drills. But all day we coach every drill thudding, and we hit and wrap up. Even though we thud, we still wrap up and wrap our arms, and we just got lazy and didn't step on toes and got out of position. But I think a lot of it was, weren't in position originally to make tackles. A lot of tackles are caused by not reading your keys right and being out of position and not being there in the original get-go from the play. And but there's a lot of work we need to get done. That's the encouraging thing about this team. I know it sounds crazy. It's frustrating we haven't played up to our capabilities, but it's encouraging to know there's a lot of improvement. But we are getting better in a lot of areas. We really are. Offensively, third down, red zone stuff was much better. Defensively, our adjustments the second half, being able to to do that. Got off the field a little better on third down at times, especially late. Created a couple turnovers, kicking game's getting better. But we're nowhere close to what we can be. So what we got to do is keep playing ball, getting better each week, and hopefully start really getting to peaking and hitting this thing at the right time.
Well, in a third of the way through the season, you're starting to see which of the young guys can fit
Yes.
into the mix. You got some special players there too. Well, Coach, you'll start the middle third of the season this week. Best of luck against Wake Forest, and we will see you next week right here on the Jimbo Fisher Show.